Hey, welcome back to Maths Chat. Today I'm going to be showing you how to find the distance, also known as length, between 2 points that sit on a line on a Cartesian plane. Now, you won't need your ruler for this. I'm going to show you how to do it using algebra. Whenever we're trying to find the length, also known as the distance of a line segment between 2 points, there's a set formula that we can always use. That is d equals square root, and then in here I've got x2, in here I've got y2, here I've got x1, and here I've got y1. Alright, so now that we have the formula written out like this, it's really easy for us to just sub in the points that we've got and then continue on to find what the distance or the length of this line segment is. Let's label this one 1 and label this one 2 so that you can see where each of these come from in this next step. x2 is 4, y2 is -1, x1 is -3, and y1 is +8. All I'm going to do in the next step is solve what's in these brackets to show you how we can simplify this. 4 minus -3 becomes 4 plus 3 because two negatives right next to each other become positive. So I've got 4 plus 3, 7 squared, plus -1, -8, which is -9 squared. Now I'm going to solve each of these values applying the square. So 7 squared is 49. -9 times -9 is +81. So the distance becomes the square root of 130. Now at this point, we need to ask ourselves if we can simplify this surd any further. And because there's no perfect square factor that goes into this number, I cannot simplify it any further. And since it hasn't specified for decimals, I'm just going to leave it in exact form, which is in surd form. So that is our answer for this first question. This second example relating to the distance of a line has provided us with slightly different information. So now I know that the distance between 2a and 49 is the square root of 5. And I've been asked to find the value of a. The best way to start is by writing out our formula because that's something that we know for sure. So d is equal to, and as you just saw in the previous example, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And that's all underneath the square root symbol. We've been told the distance. So let's put that here. We know that x2 is 4. We know that x1 is 2. We also know that y1, let's start with y2. We know that y2 is 9. And finally, that a is y1. From this point, I'm going to continue simplifying what I know so far. So the square root of 5 is equal to 4 minus 2, so that would just be 2, and then that squared becomes 4. Within this bracket, I can't alter anything because I don't know what my a value is at this stage. Now, because there's a square root covering both sides, I can get rid of this by squaring each one, which cancels out that square root symbol. So now I'm left with 5 equals 4 plus 9 minus a squared. From this point, I'm going to subtract 4 because that will mean I'm starting to get rid of everything on the right side so that I can be left with just a on its own. So 1 is equal to 9 minus a squared. At this point, because 9 minus a is to the power of 2, I'm going to find the square root of the right-hand side. So this becomes plus or minus 1 is equal to 9 minus a. So when we do the square root of 1, we could either have positive 1 or negative 1. Now I have two possibilities for a. I've got positive 1 is equal to 9 minus a. I've also got negative 1 is equal to 9 minus a. I'm going to solve each of these individually. Minus 9, and over here I'll also minus 9. This becomes negative 8 is equal to negative a. This side becomes negative 10 is equal to negative a. The final step is to divide the right hand sides by negative 1 so that a is a positive all on its own. Now I'm left with a is equal to positive 8. And if I do the same to this equation, I'm left with 10 is equal to a. So therefore, a is equal to 8 or a is equal to 10. And those are the two possibilities for a in this case. So that was how to find the distance or the length between 2 points. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like this video. All the best with your study, and I'll see you next time on Maths Chat. Bye!